All right, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. And Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Yeah, Esau ended my live early. I wasn't done yet. I was going to bring out the World War III update, and I was taking a while to look for it, and Esau ended my life. Posted. Shalom, Shalom, Aqua, Esau can't stop the truth. It ain't time for them full on family to work yet. Hang up. This dinner was coming before the World War III started. And that shit about Russia, and that shit about Russia helping the Arab about Russia helping Israel and Iran. It's their Elam mainly link up. That I think is in this video. But come on, all right, yeah, posted that video. Fuck, fuck, I think it's in that. I'm correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This, I guess, is kind of a land back on his video as well. Hold up. All right, let me get that precept in second Ezra's. $13. Yep. 15 and 30 actually. Talking about the Carmanians. Let me just bring this out. And that's just another fulfillment of well, not a fulfillment, but it's like a step towards Second Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east. Were the nations, verse 29, were the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that which they hear them may fear and tremble. Verse 30, also the Carmanians, so the dragons of Arabia, Ishmael, right? Dragons of Arabia. Fuck, hold on. Yeah. Multitude of the nations of the dragons of Arabia, right? Shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth. That which they hear, which they which hear them may fear and tremble. Verse 30, also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great powers shall come and join battle with them, and shall waste the portion of the land of the Assyrians. And who are the modern day Assyrians? You damn devils, Esau Edom. And you so-called Jews, 1948ers, right? Fake J's. Y'all the closest target, and rest of Esau, especially Babylon. Verse 31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Remember their nature. What is the nature of Ishmael? What is the nature of Ishmael? He shall be a wild man, right? And his hand shall be against every man. That's Ishmael. That's you. Slack. Fuck. Fuck. My shit hurt. Yeah. Yeah. About Ishmael. Ah, fuck. Genesis 16 and 8, and he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence camest thou, and whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai. This is the history. That's why we say this. Verse 9, and the angel of Yahweh said unto her, return to thy mistress, and submit thyself unto her, under her hands. Verse 10, and the angel of Yahweh said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, they shall not be numbered for multitude. Verse 11, and the angel of Yahweh said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because Yahweh had heard thy affliction. Verse 12, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. So there you go. That's the history behind that. Okay, con. So y'all know. And basically, yeah. So basically, yeah, they're gonna remember that nature, being that wild man. And also about also, let me get that precept. Basically, it also goes back to about that about that about basically it's basically like the brother put it, dissension among the ranks, and basically so the brother he said basically he put it like that, dissension among the ranks. Basically, some Edomites are conspiring with the enemies of Babylon, like to fuck them over, and that's because the curses are now falling upon Esau, Edom. Let me get that precept. Basically, hold on. Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thy confederacy that brought thee to the border have brought thee to the border, even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, and they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, these and that applies even to these Babylonians that have taken the side of the enemies of Babylon to fuck Babylon over, basically, where they got paid off, or whether these enemies like Russia and China, whether they have something on them, they're getting them to act against Babylonian or American interests. And also, let me get that precept about when ye shall seek to deal, when you shall stop dealing treacherously, basically. Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. And that's in Russia and China. They dealing treacherously with Babylon now. You know, because Babylon has gone around the whole world dealing treacherously with everybody else, and now those chickens are come home to roost, man. Now Esau is basically now Esau is, namely the Babylonians, they're getting fucked over. Now these heathen nations and even the Russians, their own people. Russia's those are those are Edomites that control Russia, not the original Medes, which were Japhites, but they're acting as the Medes today because Esau is divided. And let me get that other precept in Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And that's what you're seeing right now. These curses are hitting Esau. Esau's eye is against Esau. And yeah. Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of the children which he shall leave. Yeah. Esau is beginning to feel the effect of these curses. You know, it starts like this, that division, and it ends with these. Hey, these devils are gonna be under siege, man. You know, when we take these devils down, they're gonna be under siege. And hold on, Aki, I'm gonna be back. All right, shalom. All right, so yeah, basically Esau is beginning to get hit with that curse of his eye shall be evil towards his brother. You know, I mean, these devils have always been, they're thieves. You know, the thief cometh not but to kill, steal, kill, and destroy. Right? These devils are thieves, right? Salakia, I didn't even know that was down. The volume was that low. But yeah, these devils are thieves, man. So the eye has always been evil towards their brother. Man, I gotta read that again because damn, that shit reset it to a very low volume. I don't know why that shit happened. Well, basically, I brought out Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And before I had brought out, man, I hate when that shit happens. Fucking Satan hindering again. And before I brought out that precept in Obadiah 1:7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Yeah, because that even applies to these Babylonians. Yeah. Other Babylonian Edomites, right? Egyptian versus Egyptian. Ruler against ruler, right? It's all over the Bible. Ruler against ruler talking about Babylon. The Babylonians plotting on each other. Shit. And that includes taking sides with the enemies of Babylon. Jeremiah 51 and 46. I'm gonna bring that out. Unless your heart faint and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Yeah, ruler against ruler. So these Babylonian officials plotting against each other. And then let me get what was that one precept, because the volume was low, so y'all may have not heard me. Oh, hold on. Yeah, y'all may have not heard me. And that's why y'all left the live. The viewers that were viewing left the live because y'all didn't hear me. Y'all couldn't hear me. Well, let me bring out Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and that was not spoiled. Just bring it out just in case y'all didn't hear me. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening here. You know, when they cease to spoil, they're gonna be spoiled. Basically, yeah, you get the point. You know, they didn't consider their latter end though. That these curses was gonna be put on them too. Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, they didn't consider none of that. They behaved strangely, man. Going back to that precept, you know, they basically gave themselves all the credit, basically, and then they also, you know, basically go to the spiritual demon Satan as well. But they basically give themselves the credit, saying they got high IQ, they're superior. Esau claimed he's superior. You know, that devil, the basis of men, right? He claimed he's superior to us. You know, just cause he got the power right now. You know, that basically saying our hand is high. And basically Yahweh had not done this because he doesn't give glory to the Most High Yahweh. Really, he doesn't, man. Like even when he talks about the Most High, he shows himself to be the Most High. He claims the Most High is an Edomite. Basically, looks like an Edomite. Basically, he shows the Most High to be an Edomite. So these devils are real proud, but they're about to be brought low. They're being brought low already, and they're about to be brought all the way down, you know, into the stones of the pit, right? You know, this is that process that's happening. That World War III is a major part of that process. It's basically the wrecking ball smashing into this place. Oh, hey, the wrecking ball symbolizing 200 million nukes that's gonna hit this place. Yeah. And then destroy Babylon, and then these damn devils are gonna fall. That's how these damn devils are gonna fall. Yeah, let no man deceive you by any way, means for that day shall not come except there come falling away first. Dark ages, right? Are people falling away and then falling into captivity? The son, and then that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalted himself all that is called Yahweh. Yeah, the Dark Ages, the so-called Middle Ages, that was so-called black people ruling Europe. That's what it was. It was so-called black people, the real Jews, ruling Europe. Verse 4. That's why they call it the Dark Ages. It was a dark time. It was ruled by the black nobility or whatever. That's why. That's wild. All right. That's why they say that. But yeah. And you know, it happened. We fell away from our identity, from our heritage, and then we fell off as a people, and then fell into captivity. And that man of sin be revealed the son of perdition, and that's what's happening right now. Verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. You know, because he's proud, he opposeth, exalted himself above all that is called a power. All that is called a power, not just Yahweh, of course. Well, even though he exalt himself above all that is called power, or that is worship, so that he is as a power sitteth in the temple of our power, showing himself that he is a power. But he ain't nothing but a man. Well, he low, he the basis of man, really. But this devil, you know, will have you think that he is the most high. Verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Verse 6, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. Verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. And verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed. And he's being revealed. You know, he's being revealed. Yeah, he's being revealed. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's coming. That World War III, you know, who's gonna win World War III? Yahweh. You know, Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, through his son Yahweh. You know, and then the elect gonna inherit the kingdom, right? Followed by the rest of Yasharallah. So the people who they least expect to win World War III is actually gonna win World War III. Everyone thinks, okay, the Russians, the Chinese, some people even think Babylon, which is definitely not the answer. This place is going to be obliterated and turned into a desert of burning pitch. Literally. A desert of fucking burning pitch. So this, out of all the kingdoms, this is the kingdom, right? You know what I mean, though? Out of all of the participants in World War III, Babylon is going to take the worst L. The biggest, the heaviest, you know, shit, the hottest, and the worst L. And then followed by, you know, the rest of Esau, of course, and then Moab. Proud ass think you're going to be next. And then really the rest of the heathen. The rest of the heathen, even you 2/3. Y'all going to take an L. Y'all going to take an L on this side. Y'all going to come back in your right minds. Y'all gonna take an L on this side because y'all are joined into this place. Y'all are joined into this place, so y'all through. You know, y'all gotta go, and y'all still follow the customs of the heathens. But yeah, man. But yeah. Yahweh Shai, King of Kings, Yahweh Shai. Followed by the rest. Well, Most High Yahweh, followed by King of Kings, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, followed by, you know, the house King David, the house of David, aka the elect 144K and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, followed by the rest of Yasharallah. followed by the rest of Yasharala. Yeah, y'all gonna actually be in your right minds. You're gonna go be born. You're gonna be born through the. You're gonna come back through the loins of the elect man. You know, and through the womb of an elect woman, right? Y'all gonna come back through the elect. You know, the elect. They're you for you 2/3 are actually 2/3 of the elect are actually your future parents. You know, but yeah, this place, this yeah. Everyone who they either think Babylon gonna win, or people either think Babylon gonna win or Russia gonna win, which is a little more realistic, but still not so. Or because Russia is ruled by Esau too. Those people over there calling themselves Russians, they ain't the original Russians. They're not the original Medes who was there, who were Japhites, or the Jakes that ruled Russia as the czars. That's why it's called Russia, named after those Jakes that ruled. Mm. They're Edomites too. They just have an evil eye towards their brother, and and basically, that's how. And neither them, the 10 horns definitely gonna rule. None of these devils, man, or heathens. Moab, so-called Chinese, y'all ain't gonna fucking rule shit. Y'all ain't gonna rule shit. You don't have next. You don't have next in 2030 like y'all think y'all have and shit. A lot of people think that Moab is gonna rule, but not so. Not so. None of you heathens got next. Yasharallah got next because right now Esau's ruling, and after Esau ruled, Jacob ruled. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of the next. Yeah. But back on 1 Thessalonians 2:9, even him who's coming after all is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. So even him who's coming after the work of Satan, basically that's Shaitan, mean adversary. And they are adversaries to us. They are they're physical sons of the spiritual demon Satan. Basically, they're that's who they are. That's who they are. Verse 11, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Verse 10 and 11 is really talking about you 2/3. Because you 2/3 are falling for that strong delusion already. But it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get so bad, y'all gonna take RFID chip, or y'all gonna be the ones that try to rise up against Esau, fight him use his blessing to fight him. Basically, use your weak hand to arm wrestle his strong hand. I think you're gonna win. But yeah, a lot of y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die when in the race wars, and then especially when Esau roll and shit because of that. And also y'all gonna and also a lot of y'all that are left are gonna take the chip because y'all gonna fall for that strong delusion. Verse 12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in righteousness, and that's what you 2/3 love. You two-third niggas. And you self-styled bad bitches. You self-styled real niggas and you self-styled bad bitches. You know, actually embrace that lifestyle and shit and think it's a compliment. Shit, hold on, Akim. Yeah, y'all gonna end up falling for the okey doke. No, y'all in the trick bag as well. You know, y'all have shit to pay for, cause y'all betrayed Yahweh Shai. Y'all the same ones that betrayed Yahweh Shai, and then y'all said His blood be on us and our children. So guess what? Y'all have a y'all have that shit to pay for, and y'all will pay. But hold on, hold on. It talks about you two-thirds. You two-thirds. The fate that y'all gonna receive. Well, talks about it there too. You know, two-thirds are gonna be cut off. The coming World War III is gonna be the ultimate fulfillment of that. Y'all gonna all catch a missile. Y'all gonna catch some Daisy nukes. Yo, hold on, Akim. Shalom, shalom. I'm back. Basically, yeah, I had to go take care of something. I'm back now. And yeah, basically, I was going into how the 2/3, how basically World War III is going to be y'all's ultimate judgment. Because I was going into World War III, that's why. And I was going into how the people who they expect not to win World War III, the ones who, hey, the Most High Yahweh, followed by Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, followed by King David and the House of David, the 144K and the elect of Yasharallah, the rest of the 1/3, you know, followed by the rest of Yasharallah, who are gonna come back on the other side through our loins. Yahweh be one of them men. But like, I mean, everybody who they expect to win is actually gonna take a L, especially Babylon. And all you Babylonians, including you 2/3, y'all gonna take a huge, fat, flaming hot, heavy, flaming hot L. Y'all gonna get the ultimate judgment. Let me get that preset. Because this is leading up to that huge L that y'all gonna take. Last and final L for you 2/3. But the most brutal. I'm going to how y'all betrayed Yahweh Shai. Hold on. I'm going to where it say the blood be on us and our children. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just looking it up because I don't know exactly where it's at. Yeah. Matthew 27 and 25. Yep. Yep, Matthew 27 and 25. Oh, 24. When Pilate saw that he could prevail none, but rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. Which he's not. He took part in Yahushua's death too. He's fucking guilty. See ye to it. Verse 25. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. So that you 2/3 gotta pay for all that shit. And that's why Jacob's trouble is coming for your ass, and then World War III. Ultimate fulfillment of all that shit. The curses of Deuteronomy 28 destroying y'all. Like it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Yeah. You know, it's gonna ultimately destroy you, all these curses. And then and as for you devils, you self-proclaim white people that are Edomites, that come from the original so-called white man, Esau, Edom. This is just the beginning for y'all. Y'all are just starting to catch the curses. Y'all already can't handle it. Suicides going up and shit. This is just the beginning for you devils. Y'all got hell to pay for. These curses are going to destroy all of you. A remnant is not going to be left. You devils don't have that promise of mercy. Even the heathens are going to get their land back. But they're going to be under us. And that's Obadiah 1 and 18. For in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. You know, the only nation that is prophesied to be annihilated completely was you damn devils. And that's the shit that y'all stay trying to do to us, but it's gonna happen to your ass. Because you touched the apple of the Most High Yahweh's eye. You kept that hatred forever, so you're gonna pay for it. He's gonna do unto y'all according to y'all's hatred that y'all have for us. Ezekiel 35 and I got it. Verse 11. Therefore, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna start verse 9 down to 12. I will make thee perpetual. Matter of fact, verse 7, verse 6, verse 5. Because thou hast shed a perpetual hatred, thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6, therefore as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Verse 8, and I will fill his mounds with the slain men, In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Verse 9, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Verse 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh was there. Verse 11, so these two nations, Israel and Judah, we became became separated, northern and southern kingdom, right? And these two countries, both the land of Israel and the fucking Americas, where we was brought to, where the northern kingdom was before Esau came, whereas Yahweh was there. Verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, and wherever we had set up civilizations and kingdoms, that's where y'all went. Verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. So according to their anger, according to their envy, according to their hatred, he's gonna do to you devils according to your hatred, your envy, your anger y'all have against us. Verse 12, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. All the shit you've been talking about Jake. Verse 13, thus with your mouth, I'm gonna even bring out that ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I've heard them, because y'all came against Jacob, against the apple of the Most High's eye. Y'all done fucked up. Y'all went too damn far. Y'all should have stayed in them damn caves. But y'all didn't. So now y'all gotta pay. Let me get Isaiah chapter 14 talking about you damn devils. Because y'all are also the modern day Babylonians. Basically, the whole chapter talks about you. Pretty much. Almost the whole chapter. Up to the 27th verse. So many chapters and verses in this book dedicated to you devils and your destruction. Isaiah 14 and 12. I'm gonna just I should start there. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? And Lucifer, that's light bearer. That just means light bearer. And what do you devils call yourselves? The enlightened ones, the Illuminati, high IQ. Y'all are bright as fuck, right? Y'all actually think y'all are too. Y'all believe y'all are. And y'all tell everybody else that. So he's calling y'all Lucifer mockingly. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. There's all these things you devils have said. Manifest destiny. I'm going to take this land. This part right here, I will sit upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the North America. I'll exalt myself above the stars of God, of Yahweh. Both speaking of Yasharallah and of the actual stars. I will ascend into heaven, right? Infinity and beyond. Now you devils believe you're gonna keep going for that long. Y'all got all these space movies and shit. Star Trek, Star Wars, where you show yourselves and basically being all powerful. And you also in Star Wars, you also the Jedi's going away. And the red Jedi's represent Judah. The Empire represent Esau. You know, y'all the Romans. America is Rome all over. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And it's exactly what y'all are saying. Well, and with your transhumanist agenda, thinking y'all gonna live forever. Verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So none of this shit that you're saying is gonna happen. Y'all are not gonna achieve your great reset, your new world order. Your time is up. You know, y'all are the end of the world, not the beginning. Hey, Jacob is gonna get the new world order. You know, the shit that y'all hope for so bad, because what y'all really want is the kingdom. And y'all want the blessing back, and y'all want to go around the Most High Yahweh, and you want to snatch it back through carnal means. But it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Verse 15, that yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. That's what's going to happen. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Is this the man? They're going to be like, is this the man? Nah. Basically, you get the picture. Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. You devils did all this shit. Look at the world today. It's all fucked up. Everything is polluted. Everything is tainted. There's no peace. Hey, the world is like a wilderness. There's no peace. You know, hey, y'all, that red horse, y'all took peace from the earth. Nations fighting each other. Countries are fighting each other, you know. Shit. Even your own people divided. Because y'all, that's what y'all did. Y'all took peace from the earth. Our people are definitely divided, but they've been divided, but they're coming back together. But yeah, that's what y'all did. And y'all opened not the house of your prisoners. Where is the majority of the prisoners? I mean, what country has the most people locked up? You'd be surprised to find out that it's the good old USA has the most people locked up, and majority of the people locked up is our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds, is Israelites that look like the other nations. That's the majority of the people locked up, and then the basically the two-time losers of their people and the heathens. And also Babylon, aka America, it's one huge prison if you look at it. You have a fucking social security number that's like that could be compared to the number that you get whenever you get locked up in Texas, special identity number. Except it's given to you at birth. We're born into a prison, basically. You know, the cops they like the prison guards, you know, and we're not able to get ahead and really make it in this place because hey, just like the prisoners, they don't get to own the prison. Do all the cheap labor and the shit jobs. Basically, the entertainment we have, you could look at it like the rec yard, basically. And these celebrities, they're prisoners too. They're just they're just your model prisoners, I guess. That's all they are. So yeah, open not the house of your prison. You devils, open not the house of your prisoners. You ain't tell us that we are Israelites. You didn't shit, you try to hide that from us. You ain't let us succeed economically and shit. Nah, you held us back. Been holding us back. When our people tried to succeed in this system, what happened? Y'all rolled. Like in Black Wall Street, for example. Like Black Wall Street, Rosewood, a like Porvenir city in Texas, so-called Mexicans that was making it. Y'all destroyed that city. See, y'all did that shit to all our people. So basically, yeah, y'all have kept us prisoner. Not let us go like just like Pharaoh. Because y'all are the modern day pharaohs. Verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. See, all the other heathen nations, they're going to end up back in the land that they had before, after the slavery. Because all the heathen nations are going into slavery. Because that's what they did to us, Going back to Revelation 13 and 10. He did lead it to captivity. Let me get it. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. And even Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. We're going to rule over all you heathens. But the difference is that all these other heathens, they're going to end up back in the land where they was. Of course, being ruled over by us, paying tribute unto us and all that. They're going to have to follow our vibration. They're going to have to follow our laws, statutes, and commandments. Just like we had to follow just like we had we was led astray. We had to worship their gods and everything. They're going to have to follow our power. Verse 19 though, but thou, talking about you devils, art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a cart gets trodden underfoot. But not so for you devils, you ain't getting your land back. You're cast out of your grave like an abominable branch. That's what y'all are. As the raiment of those that are slain, Basically, y'all gonna go down to the stones of the pit. Y'all gonna be there. Then let me go into it further. Verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Yeah, you're not gonna, like I said, you're not gonna go back to your land. Y'all not gonna get the land of Esau back, because y'all destroyed your land and y'all slayed your people, your own fucking people. You slayed your own fucking people. So yeah, the seed of evildoers not going to be renowned. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Yeah, we don't want you devils coming back. We don't want that evil seed coming back. The Most High Yahweh sure don't want that to happen. He's going to make sure of it. He has no more need for the wicked after our kingdom's built up, because Yasharallah is not going back into slavery again. Verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh. Yeah. The name, the remnant, the son, and nephew. All your whole paternal line. Cut off. Through. Over with. No longer in existence. You shall flee ways, the vision of night. All this is going to be a bad dream. It's going to be like a bad dream, and then you woke up. And now you're good. Verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. Talking about this place. The bittern, that's like a type of bird, I believe. It's like a type of unclean bird, I believe. Yeah, makes sense, because Babylon is going to be basically inhabited by unclean animals, unclean birds. And for every unclean and hateful bird, right? Like it says in Revelation chapter 18. Yeah, a bittern, a large marsh bird of the heron family. Yep. Typically smaller than a heron with brown streaked plumage. Okay, so a heron, unclean. You can't eat a heron. And yeah, you get the picture. And pools of water, and I'll sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts. Basically, them nukes. Verse 24, Yahweh of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I propose, so shall it stand. Ain't none you devils can do to change it. Your destruction is coming. Verse 25, that I will break the Assyrian in my land, y'all the modern day Assyrians as well. Y'all oppress both the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel. And upon my mountains tread him underfoot. And y'all also in our land, calling yourselves the Lord's chosen people. But y'all can't even call yourselves Israelites. Y'all call yourselves Israelis or Jewish, which means like a Jew or pertaining to. Israeli means inhabitant or citizen, inhabitant of the land of Israel, or citizen of the state of Israel. It's not the same thing as Israelite. In fact, your own encyclopedia, old ones y'all had, say that it's incorrect to call a contemporary Jew Israelite, or call a contemporary Israelite a Jew. And also, Edom is in modern day Jewry, showing you that's y'all telling yourselves and make it known that y'all are not Israelites but Edomites. And then there's other heathens that claim to be Jews as well. Our land has been divided among the heathens. Verse 26, this is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. Verse 27, for Yahweh of hosts, where it says Lord in all caps, that's the Lord's name in the Hebrew. His name is Yahweh, meaning he is, which is conjugated from I am. I am conjugated as he is. His name is Yahweh. For Yahweh of hosts has proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? That's a rhetorical question, because nobody can turn it back. You devil's gonna try. Y'all gonna try to fight Yahweh Shai when he come back. That's what the Space Force is all about. And the whole hey, the UFOs, y'all know who they are. Y'all know what they are actually. The chariots of the Most High Yahweh. And it's not little green men in them chariots. That's Hollywood propaganda. You devils know. It's big, tall, so-called black men. Big, tall, muscular, so-called black men. It's the angels. You know, these chariots, they're also called clouds in the Bible too. He cometh with clouds. It always says that. You know, the pillar and the cloud, the pillar of cloud and fire that led the Israelites out of Egypt. That was a chariot. You devils gonna try to fight. You're gonna try to fight, but you're gonna be taken down. Your place shall be no more found in heaven. That's gonna literally happen. Y'all being taken down spiritually. This vibration, this truth, this energy being pushed out is taking y'all down spiritually. This vibration is taking y'all down, just like Jericho got taken down. How the walls of Jericho got taken down? Them trumpets. That vibration being pushed out. That's how this bitch is being taken down. And then, hey, it's already being demolished. And the nukes are gonna be like that, be like a wrecking ball going through this motherfucker. Let me get that precept though. Revelation 12:7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angels. Verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Y'all gonna be kicked out the heavens. And heaven, FYI, includes everything from the skies to the third heaven, which is basically a spirit world, where the Most High Yahweh is, where Yahweh Shai is right now. Where you go when you die, basically. You go to the spirit world. You go rest. That's what death is. It's comparable to sleep. You go rest, you go and receive your judgment, and then you come back down. And the place of judgment is on the earth. That's where you receive your judgment for what you did the last time you was here. But yeah. That little Air Force they have, that little Space Force they have, not gonna hold up. Verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole earth, the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. His angels, his messengers, his agents, basically, Space Force, along with the U.S. Space Force, along with the rest of the nations that are gonna fight alongside Esau Edom. And Ezra's, it talks about that as well. Second Ezra chapter 13. Basically, It's gonna be like Independence Day, but the so-called aliens win. Because that's Yahushua and the angels. See that how they already got y'all hating on them, on our Messiah. Already got y'all hating on Yahushua and the angels. Got y'all. That's war propaganda. All those alien movies by Hollywood. That's war propaganda, and you always have that before war. Now I'm getting that. I'm getting that chapter. That's what I'm doing right now. This chapter is like it figuratively speaks of basically this word taking down this vibration, this truth taking down this bitch, but also literally speaks of Yahushua coming back. It literally speaks of it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Hold on. Hold on. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. Verse 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. Verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. You know, lining up with that account. Lining up what it says in Revelation. Revelation. Hold on. Talks about, hold on. Looking for that precept. Got it right here. Revelation 2:16. Repent, or else I will come to thee quickly and will fight against thee with the sword of thy mouth. You know, a weapon. Sword of thy mouth, because he's basically, all right, basically these chariots gonna be shooting concentrated fire beams, basically. That's what is like they show them in the movies. They show these chariots, these so-called UFOs shooting laser beams and burning shit up. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Verse 4. Verse 5, yeah. Back on chapter 13. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Yeah. All these nations coming together to fight against Yahushua. Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. So a chariot that's so big, it looked like a mountain. Verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. That big. That big. Every eye shall see him, right? I'm wondering how that's going to happen. Well, there you go. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all that they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. They were shook, yet durst fight, but they still fought. Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as there had been a blast of fire, and his out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Remember, Esdras is describing what he's seen in this vision to the best of his ability. Yeah. So these concentrated fire beams hitting these people, that's what he's describing. Verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of a innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Hey, he completely obliterated them. He completely obliterated them. That's what's going to happen to these nations that come come against Yahushua when he come back. That's what's going to happen to them. You know, what does Joel talk about? It's all over, man. That's actually the reason why they're being gathered in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is really Yehoshaphat, you know, aka the Middle East. That's why they're being gathered over there for their judgment. Joel chapter 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10, beat your plowshares in the swords, and your pruning hooks in the spears, let the weak say, I am strong. So all the shit, the economy that was dedicated basically to agriculture and all that, being shifted. They're shifting it to war, shifting it to defense, right? The defense industry or the war industry. They're making weapons now. Let the weak say I'm strong. North Korea, Iran, all these nations that you wouldn't have thought would have been a problem back in the day. Now they're saying I'm strong. Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither calls thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. So assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves thither together round about. That's what they're doing. All the heathen gathering themselves in one place. And then also the angels, the mighty ones of Yahweh coming down. More chariot sightings. So-called UFOs being seen more often. That's why that's happening. Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. This is how they're going to be judged. Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Yep. The harvest is ripe. Hey, the grim reaper, come down and do what he do. Verse 14, multitudes, you know, wonder where that come from. That's where that come from. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. Yehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Verse 15, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The effects of the nuclear blast hitting this place and other places around the world, but especially this place, Babylon, America known as Babylon. Verse 16, Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, which is a people for his place. And the heavens and the earth shall shake. And also, that New Jerusalem come down from heaven, right? and people as well as a place. Because this city, the old Jerusalem, all that's going to be destroyed. And the heavens and earth shall shake. Why? Due to the nukes hitting this place around the world. It's going to shake and fro like a drunkard, right? But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Yep. Israel, namely the elect on this side, going to be good. The elect are going to be good. And the rest of Israel going to come back through the elect. So there you go. Verse 17, so you shall know that I am Yahweh your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. This shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Yeah, then that's going to happen after this World War III, because right now there's strangers all over our land. They occupying our land. Both the Israelis, which amount of people, both the Israelis and the Palestinians, they both are Palestinians. They're Ishmael. They don't belong to their land either. None of them do. Yeah, they don't. Slakia. Yeah, which means my bad in Hebrew. Yeah, they don't belong in our land either. So but that's gonna be no more. After this World War III, it's gonna cleanse our land. Verse 18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, basically speaking of the kingdom, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountain shall come forth out of the house of Yahweh, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Verse 19, hey, it's 144. 144. Hey, 144K being sealed. They almost sealed, which means this is almost about to go down. Call out Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all praises to him. Verse 19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Egypt shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Why Egypt and Edom getting the same judgment? Hey, this place is Sodom and Egypt all over again, and it's ruled by Edomites. So there you go. So this is also the modern day land of Edom. Verse 20, but Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation unto generation. So, hey, yeah, that's what's going to result from that. Right now, we dying early. We ain't living forever right now. That ain't happening right now. We suffering the curses under these heathens, being oppressed. But no more. That's not going to happen no more. The curses are going to be upon them instead of us. Verse 21, for I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for Yahweh dwelt in Zion. That's what's the end result of all this. That's the real new world order. Not what these devils want, but what's actually in store for us. He's gonna wipe away all the tears. Revelation 21:4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, no crying, neither shall be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Yep. That's what we look forward to. That's why we do what we do. The faster, the sooner the elect are sealed, even though this is all in the Most High Yahweh's timing. We hope it rather be sooner than later. We want that VIP ticket into this kingdom. Who wouldn't? 2/3 of our people, I guess. want to stay in Egypt, right? They the ones that said, I want to stay in Egypt. I got free government cheese. No, for real. Basically, that's what they were saying. I want to stay in Egypt. Why you bring me out into this desert? They was crying and bitching and moaning to Moses. Every time they had a chance, they had some shit to say. Which is why they're gonna be destroyed. Which is why they died in the wilderness. These same 2/3. They're the same ones that died in the wilderness. Because you come back in that same lot. This nothing's new, not even us. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that had been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. No new thing. Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. Verse 11. There's no remembrance of former things. You don't remember the last time you was here. You don't remember your lifetime. Neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are come, which those that shall come after. Yeah. It's actually why you have to write shit down and all that and keep record. Because you want to remember that either. Yeah. Well, none of this is new. None of this is new. And these 2/3, they're doing the same shit. They're doing the same shit that they did back then. So they're gonna be destroyed, just like they got destroyed back then. So with that, hope this live was edifying. Would build you up in the spirit. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Meaning they're the Israelites. Yeah. Shalom to the real sisters out there. Shout out to all y'all. Stay strong. Stay strong. We almost out of here. This place is through. This place is over with. It's apparent. It's obvious. It's those who can see it. Yeah. The times we're coming into, they're gonna be rough. They're gonna be hard times. The hour of temptation. There's a reason why it's called that. But you gotta endure. You can't give in. Revelation 2. Hold on. Revelation 2 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold thou fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And if you notice, corona, I've said this before, corona means crown in Spanish. So what are they really aiming at? Because that jab is actually aiming at your faith in the Most High. It's aiming at something called the God gene. It's chemical lobotomy. Don't take it. It's going to jack you up. It causes Bell's palsy. There's a lot of cases of Bell's palsy. People being paralyzed, people having convulsions from taking the jab. And just because it don't hit right away, or someone who took the jab and don't hit right away, don't mean nothing. People are getting different jabs. Some of these jabs hit right away, and some of them hit later on. Shit, some of them may not hit until after the second dose, and then you got 2 doses of the jab, and so you're even more fucked than someone who just got 1 dose. So yeah, don't trust this devil. Don't trust this serpent to inject you with this venom. You'd be a fool if you did that shit. Ain't nobody gonna have pity on you because you was warned. And then that's a stepping stone to the chip because what are they talking about? We gotta make sure they got the jab. We gotta make sure they got the jab. We gotta have a way to verify it that basically people can't falsify. People can't bullshit their way around. Hey, just put a chip in them, right? It's their plan. Verse 12, him that overcometh while I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I'll write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I'll write upon him my new name. A great reward for enduring. And a great penalty for not enduring, for giving in. You don't want that smoke. You literally don't want the smoke and the fire and the brimstone. Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receiveth his mark in his forehead or in his hand, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You're going to be cooking in the nukes. You're going to be slow cooking in the nukes. Slow roasting. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Yep. And the word forever and ever is aeons, which means a very long time. You're going to be burning up for a very long time. It's going to feel even longer than it actually is. When you're in pain, when you're suffering, that shit feel like a long time already. So imagine that type of suffering. When the Most High Yahweh could slow down the time just for you. Verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. That's the real name of the one ignorantly known as Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai. He's an Israelite of the tribe of Judah, of the house of David. And he still was in touch with his heritage. He still had it. He wasn't Hellenized. And the letter J is the newest letter in the alphabet. Wasn't even around back then. So there you go. His name can't be Jesus. It can't be that. His name is Yahweh Shai. Which means he saves in the Paleo Hebrew. Original Hebrew. Yeah, and that mark of the beast, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now the RFID chip, you can also pay with that shit. So, and they've shown you can not only open doors and all that, not only a form of identification, you can also literally buy shit. You can go into the store, walk into the store, and grab shit and get out because the RFID chip already paid for it. See how tempting it's gonna be to get it, and then the penalty for not doing it. Yeah, these devils are gonna put the squeeze on the people. So now you can see how the majority is gonna give in. That's a great reward for overcoming. It's a great reward for overcoming, and it's a great penalty, a great punishment for not overcoming, for giving in. But it's going to require patience, endurance to the end. The same shall be saved. That's Matthew 24:13. Because that's when the elect is going to be made known who are his elect. Right now, We don't know 100%. We kind of starting to see who is, but then is when we're gonna know for sure who can endure the hour of temptation. Hey, and you're literally gonna not only that, you're literally gonna get beamed up. That's that so-called rapture that these pastors be talking about. No, it's not gonna happen before the tribulation or before Jacob's trouble. No, that tribulation is actually gonna make known who's the elect and who ain't. Whoever endures, right? So that doesn't make sense. Revelation 15 goes into that. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is written of the wrath of Yahweh in verse 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. And then I had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh. And it appeared like a sea of glass mingled with fire. You know, that was John the Revelator's best way of describing it for his time period. Because basically they were standing, you have to envision a so-called UFO, and you're standing on top of it, watching this place burn up with everyone that got left behind. Shit, everyone that didn't get beamed up. Verse 3, and they sang the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Yeah, because this is the second Exodus. Verse 4, who shall not fear thee, O Yahweh, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy. For all the nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Yep. Because this is the second Exodus, like I said. This is also like the days of Noah, because this is the second death to come upon the whole earth. Death by fire. First death was by water. You know, and people are saying the same shit about the second death that they said about the first, and just disregarding it and just going about their lives not repenting. They not taking heed, so they gonna be destroyed. Well, whoever take heed gonna be saved. That's the elect. Yeah, but hold on. Probably gonna wrap it up soon. I was starting to wrap it up, and some more verses came to mind. Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 3 talk about basically the two deaths, right? The first death, that flood, Noah's flood. Hey, who saved Noah and his family from that flood? Was a ship. Who gonna save the elect from that death, the second death by fire? Spaceships. And they thought he was bugged out then. They thought he was crazy. Just like they think the elect are crazy today. They think the prophets are bugged out of their mind. But they're going to find out. They're going to see it. They're going to watch it happen. As they burn, they're going to watch it happen. And wish they had listened. You know, these are the same scoffers. 2 Peter 3 verse 3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Verse 5, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, and earth standing out of the water and in the water. Verse 6, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Yeah, that first death. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And speaking of this current society, this current setup, because the earth abideth forever, say that in Ecclesiastes. So the actual earth is still going to be in place in the heavens and all that. But this current setup, current society, is gonna be destroyed. You know, its current society centered in the U.S., Babylon the Great, gonna be destroyed. Verse 8, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahweh as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. Verse 9, Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise. No, they think he is. They think that these prophecies ain't gonna happen. That's what they said back in the Cold War. That's what they said back in World War One and World War Two. Whatever, man. They've been saying that for the longest. The scoffers, right? But it's long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but all should come to repentance. All his elect, you know, the elect are coming in, and then those four winds are gonna be unleashed. Once all the elect is sealed. Yep. Yeah. Hurt not the earth, and talk about, there's a precept talking about basically hurt not the earth, and hold on. See, I'm thinking of more scriptures, more precepts, like even more of them than I thought I would think of. That's how the spirit works. You know, I was planning on ending this live earlier, but that's what happens. Let me get it. Revelation 7. Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor in the sea, nor in any tree. Not talking about literal winds. You know, it's symbolic. Of course, symbolic. Verse 2, and I saw another angel sitting from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And it goes on to, basically talk about it. Basically talk about the 144K, 12,000 of each tribe, right? And then that great multitude, with no man can number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues. Yeah, that still before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Yep. So the elect gotta be sealed first, but the elect are almost sealed. That's why you see all this shit popping off. They are pretty much almost sealed. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thought I was gonna wrap it up earlier. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there, spread this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness. And shalom to the real that they're the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And shalom to the real sisters out there. Shout out, shalom, shout out to all of y'all. Just stay strong, stay strong. Times are coming, get out to be strong. Stay strong, stay strong, keep the faith, keep your head up, and look up when all these things, when you see all these things begin to happen, these signs. When you see these signs happening, you're supposed to look up, for your redemption is nigh. Shalom. Yashrallah forever.